Welcome to the next video. I wanted to do a video that is following the day in the life of an introvert, but as we're still on lockdown at the minute, I thought it would just be me locked up in my flat somewhere, so taking it out to the woods. I love the complexities that make us so different, and it's a key difference for humanity, introverts and extroverts, and it's something that splits the balance quite a bit and the species in terms of what we want to do with our time. Yeah, introverts are amazing, but it comes with its difficulties. It can be hard to come to terms sometimes, I think, with being an introvert when the world wants you to be extroverted. And there's so many introverts that are having to try to live their life like extroverts in this current world. Everything is so fast paced, and being social and extroverted are seen as such huge assets in someone's life. I suppose it can be hard and very draining to try and be something that naturally you're not. It's taken me a long time to understand that I am an introvert, which I think has held me back in situations because I've swam against the theory of being introverted and often saw myself as a little bit more of an extrovert. I'm not massive on putting people into categories, but I am keen on acceptance, and I think it can be a good thing to understand what makes you tick and how your emotional balance is built, so that when you go forward, you know what kind of situations it's wise to put yourself into and not to force yourself into. I can't turn it on like a tap. Being extroverted has to happen naturally for me in the right environments. If there's forced fun happening, if a family member's trying to make you dance at a wedding, if it hasn't come on your own terms, because it's been forced on you, you get that immediate feeling of being penned in, and your freedom being taken away from you. And then obviously you could appear rude in those situations. It sounds quite selfish, but it's not. It comes from caring what others think too much, which is something that extroverts do as well. It just at a different kind of angle. Introversion is inspired from the same pot, but it's often just a pot that's reversed. Not one to make other people feel uncomfortable, and not wanting to lose control in a situation in case that led to uncomfort for yourself or others. And this is something that I deal with much better now in terms of not caring. Obviously I still care what other people think, but I know that it's not my business to care. So that element of it doesn't affect me quite as much anymore. Often it will still pop up as a thought, but I know better now how to deal with it. But just because I know how to deal with those situations, it doesn't mean that I have to push myself into being extroverted if it doesn't come naturally to me. And it's something that I probably more now, better than ever, could put a mask on and be extroverted. But I think I'm coming to realise now, in accepting that I am an introvert, also accepting these situations that just isn't how I want to naturally deal with them. I think there's a certain element of wanting to be free for an introvert, and not being caught and caged in. There's a want to be free and wild, but there's also an issue there in expressing yourself in an environment that you don't feel like is free and wild. I've got to show you this cow. Meditation has helped me on huge levels in my life, and in this respect it's helped me to understand and accept my personality and to not fight against that personality, but to use those tools to your advantage. Introversion can be a power. I feel like you have a balance in life, or at least you have more of a head start at finding a balance in your reflection, your ability to reflect a little bit easier and in a more natural way, and an earlier stage in your life as well, so that you learn from your mistakes and learn from past behaviours. I will take time out to understand better what pleases me and where and when I felt comfortable, and also how and when I want to push myself. I seem to have a bit of a gauge now to quite quickly understand when the peak levels of fun have been reached in a situation, and swiftly want to take myself out of the situation and look for something else to do and look for the variety in life. Our pool of friends can be small, but work for us, and we can take so much value from the small group of friends that we have. I feel like as people move into different phases of their life, their friendship groups tend to shrink a bit anyway, and as an introvert I think that they often take a lot of joy from that, because they quickly understand that in having less people provides you with more time to deepen your relationships with those people. Being an introvert could be a problem if you're someone who wants to be or feel special. Seeing the way people seem to communicate freely and dance when they're asked to on cue. We're all completely different, but we're all just humans. There is no special human. But in knowing that you're not special, I feel like you can achieve anything you want to, because then you also know that no one else is special. Each person is faced with their problems, and it's how they overcome those problems which shapes them as a human, not a special one, just a human. The greatest thing we can do is be at peace with what makes us feel peaceful. I feel like then an introvert can naturally be an extrovert, and an extrovert can naturally be an introvert with balance. Right, so that's me done. I've got to say thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you can, that'd be amazing, and click the little bell so then you'll get some notifications when I release videos, which will be really soon. You take care. Bye bye.